Caitlin. That's a name that many people recall from back in the day. And Cato is a guy who got 15 minutes of fame. And the way he got his 15 minutes of fame was he was living in a guest house for O.J. Simpson when he offed Nicole and that dude she was having an affair with. And because he was in that situation, people started talking about him. But you see, there was nothing about him that had any charisma. There was nothing about this man at all that made him worthy of fame, made him worthy of anything, that made him worthy of being in the spotlight. The only reason he was in the spotlight was because of his association with O.J. Simpson. See, when you look at people who actually do things in life, always ask yourself how they get there. Did they get there by being original? Did they get there by being geniuses, or did they copycat? Because once someone puts something out there, it's not that difficult to start going down that same path. You understand? I'll give you another example. Steve Jobs started Apple, and then in his enemy year, Apple fired him. The board fired Apple. They fired Steve Jobs. And then Steve Jobs came back. And then he reinvented himself with the iPad and the iPhone. This is someone who reinvented himself. He was a revolutionary, and he found a way to reinvent himself. Straight genius. Straight genius. I don't think enough people understand what that shows of a person's character. I'll give you another example. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, but Peter Thiel fired Elon Musk from PayPal. And what did Elon do? Did he open another PayPal? No. He went out there and made himself somewhere else. See, that right there, that's originality. But you see, some people just don't have that in them. And that's okay. Not everyone's meant to. There's only so many Steve Jobs. There's only so many people. But I look at a guy like Thor. He works for the president. He's very good with Dana White. And he became an influencer this year. And did he go into the same thing that he learned from me? No. He went to his own space, and now he's making a lot of noise in that space and actually doing some domination in that space. See, that shows something. There's some people out there who believe they could take me off as the face of numerology. The fact of the matter is, I got 2.5 billion views. You go to Nepal, you go to Africa, they only know one name. Back in a sec. When I look at life, you have to understand that most people don't have what it takes to be that guy. But they want to be that guy, and they'll resent you for being that guy. Listen, I went through a lot of reincarnations to get to this point. A lot of reincarnations. And it just so happened that I found my niche with numerology. And nobody put me on. Absolutely nobody. No one propped me up. No one helped make me who I am. No one actually, like, I'm again, I had people in my group, but there is no one who is a much bigger player than me that made me. No one did that for me. I didn't go in anyone's space and take theirs. Yet there's people out there who believe they have what it takes to be the guy in my space. I call it 10 NBA finals in a row. I'm cool with the Warriors. For God's sake, I give readings to billionaires. I have experience in things when it comes to numerology and astrology no one's ever going to know, except my kids. I've been at this for 20 years. People are at this for a few months to a year, they get cocky. There's a lot more to learn. And when people understand the big picture, it's very simple. I make people. I'm a kingmaker now. Whoever I want to succeed in this space will, because I'm the one who fucking made it famous. It's that simple. WISECAT, I'll let you on here in 1 second. If anyone else who wants to talk, feel free. We're going to have an open mic. I said what I had to say. We'll say a few more things. It's nice that I can get a decent-sized crowd at this time of night. Think of whatever you guys want to say. Retweet this space. Let's get some real numbers in here, even though I'm on my 20th fucking account. DrMarvel, we'll put you in here too. 100%. So we'll have a nice little spaces late night. And at the end of the day, understand, if all your attention comes because of your association to something, you don't have any real clout. What you're doing is saturating the market for people on the lower end. The high end people always come to me. That's never going to change. You know why? Because the high end people ain't looking at TikTok, IG, or all this other stuff. The high end people ain't never looking at that. They only do word of mouth. And you know, there's some people say who they know billionaires. Dude, you work for billionaires. I actually break bread with them. The shit's a joke. The shit is a literal joke. You know, and people are petty. People are petty out here.
You want to know one thing, Gary? Got a lot of DMs of people asking me, "Hey, are you friends with Gary? Can you please give me info about enemy numbers?" The other day, I'm telling you, I gotta ban somebody from my free Telegram because they wouldn't stop talking about enemy numbers. Like, "Hey, dog, can you give me info about enemy numbers? Can you give me info about?"
Do you know not one person could have figured that out? I've literally seen every list posted here. The people in GG33, they fucking show me this shit that's on fucking Twitter or TikTok. Every single list is 50% wrong. It's basically they're guessing. I've seen people who are respected numerologists say enemy numbers, you know, and they're actually friend numbers. The shit's a joke. And here's the thing. Unless you're able to figure out enemy and friend numbers, you'll never be able to figure anything else out, because you have to build a foundation. And that is the foundation of numerology, enemy numbers. Before I got that, no advanced knowledge was possible. Zero. But once you figure that out, and by the way, these people don't have what it takes to figure it out. They show you no historic examples, and they can't even, you know, prove that what they do work. Why? Because they're broke. So, and here's the thing. I challenge anybody. I'll say this again. Anybody. Try to make a name for yourself in numerology without attacking me. Try to make yourself a name in numerology without using my hashtag. Try to make yourself a name in numerology without associating with me or GG33. Fucking possible. I did this on my back. Pure fucking dedication. And the people who are actually making money off numerology, thanks to me, you dumbasses never would even fucking believed in this shit. Zero chance. And for the people who say, oh, I would have believed that there would have been no market. I fucking created the whole economy the same way Michael Jordan created the fucking NBA economy. And for that reason, I decide who's in here and who's not. Now, it's my 7th year. People think I fell off. Well, that's by design. You're not supposed to be on top in your 7th year. So I'll let people think that, oh, Gary's done. And I already told people last year, I'm not going to make as much noise. Notice I'm propping other people up who are making noise. Because I actually know how the system works. Some people, not so much. Kat, how are we doing today?
I don't know if my mic's working. Hello, mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm doing marvelous. I'm doing better than I deserve. I don't know if that went through. Hi.
We can hear you, brother. Perfect. We can hear you. Anyways, how's life treating you, my man?
Decent. Well, okay.
You know, I heard that someone today said you don't make money with numerology. I can attest firsthand that you've made at least 6 figures.
Yes, we actually have proof of.
I can attest that. I can attest that Kat has made over 6 and we're not talking about low 6 figures. Kat has made 6 figures with numerology and astrology.
But there's guys that claim they did 600,000 readings in 1 year. Oh wait, sorry, I only did 38. I just counted and I looked, and it was only like 30. Of course.
Listen. People have tried to delete me. People have tried all that stuff. This isn't 2019 where all I had was Twitter, and when you fucking suspend me, I'm in trouble. I got IG, I got TikTok, I got YouTube, and Twitter is by far, even if my 2 old accounts was back, it was my smallest account. That's number 1. You're not taking me out, but I promise anyone who's using my name for clout, anyone who is doing numerology and astrology and targeting my audience, which is basically what people are doing, I'm gonna delete their social media. Don't and don't think it's not gonna happen. I am so fucking close to fucking getting right back on without that fucking on top and actually axing people. We'll get to that. And when everything happens perfectly next year, we'll see who has the last laugh. But go ahead, do your thing, poach off, because people say they're gonna do one thing, but they say they have all this substance. Oh, I don't need numerology. Well, preach about God. Preach about Christianity for 2-3 hours. Why does it always revert back to what I taught you? Why is it always, people have so much substance. They tell you they have all this substance. They have a lot of life experience. Why does it always revert back to numerology? Why is that?
Every single time.
Ask yourself that.
I was just tweeting about
every single time. People, except for Thor. Not Thor. He went out there, he did his own thing. And do you know Thor has already 300 people in his stuff? 300 already. I didn't get 300 people in GG33 that fast. He did. He was original, and guess what? He didn't have to do anything what I do, because some people just have what it takes, and some people with all this substance and all this life experience, all they can do is try to gain clout off their association with someone. None from themselves. Again, I got 100K. that says none of these clowns can open a mysterious account, not have any people who are associated with me promote it, do it in any way, not use my hashtag, not attack me, you won't get fucking 100 followers. You won't make a sale. Because it's all about fucking me. I built this fucking field. You know, it's a shame when people tell me they're multi-millionaires and then they're trying to take a couple grand here and there. That's a shame. People tell you that they got millions. But obviously that's not the case because they need to scrounge for a couple K. They could have asked me for it, would have gave it to them. Funny how that works, man. All these people with all this life substance, all this life experience, and every single time it goes back to numerology. Interesting how that works. You know, some people want to give relationship advice. I've been with my bro for over 20 years. Yeah. Other people, no matter how wise they are, on, off. Even the man who fucking knows medicine better than anyone, not that good in that department. You know, I've put so many people on, I made it look easy. And it's not. But if the people think you're just gonna use my hashtag and attack me and do it that way, they're in for a rude awakening. I'm not gonna allow that shit. Not happening. Just not happening. Have your fun while it lasts. All good, man. All good. You would think that, people who are making 50 racks a week or something like that wouldn't be so concerned about a couple K. It is what it is. People have spaces with 33-degree Masons, and then afterwards they have spaces about, Masons are evil. Well, 99% of Masons don't even know shit, man. They're in it to join the club. They want to. It's like the same thing as people, joining a golf course because they want to be around rich and influential people. That's the same reason people join Freemasonry. What do you think? All these people are satanic? Are you out of your fucking minds? Yeah, I'm sure fucking Albert Pike and a few of those guys are, Albert Pike was definitely a homosexual. He was definitely in a fucking, using despicable sexual acts, but he was a 5 life path, so, that's the thought of 5s. And, all these people who want to pray and all this, listen, I don't think you understand what it takes to be an influencer. You guys really don't know anybody. What do you think? You're just going to be an influencer because, you got a couple followers? That's not how it works. You have to have substance. You have to have life experience. And you have to be good at running your mouth. You have to have charisma. You have to be able to argue pretty well. You have to be able to lead. People can talk about my leadership ability all they want. I kept a fucking group of almost 5,000 people together for an awful long time, and I'm still doing it. And Thor and a few others found a way to fucking go outside of that and become influencers of their own. Other people say, I'm done with this, but they're still talking the same, still doing the same. All comes from the same source. Yeah. Is what it is. Is what it is. So, Doc, most of these Masons are evil, right?
I'm going to tell you one thing about what you said about Albert Pike. Grand Commanders is the same thing. That dude was a degenerate motherfucker. That
Yeah, of
was a
course he was.
degenerate motherfucker. And curious that you mentioned that. I don't know if you remember when you was in MySpace when Grand Commander was there. There is a lot of dudes now running spaces saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna reveal the Freemasonry. We're gonna." They don't know single shit what they talk about.
They
And
don't know anything at
they
all.
don't like. They see you talking about
And the people who actually know numerology and let buffoons talk just because they're pissed off, that's something new.
the,
That's something completely new. Absolute buffoons.
Yeah.
I was invited to the fucking White House. I helped the Warriors win fucking titles. I've done readings in front of fucking people, and they knew they were billionaires, taking the billionaires' houses, and just interesting how people move. It really
Yeah,
is,
and
man.
then you actually show proof. You actually show me the money. You showed the money. I don't know what more you have to
Yep,
do. And they will
yep.
listen to frauds that have less than what 800 followers. Oh, actually, what I think of the 32 is 32. When I see it, it's like a communicator. It's next to 33, so it's kind of like a 33, but it isn't. But it has a 3 and a 2. People think 2 is feminine, but it's smaller
Yeah,
than that.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
what?
I know. Listen, I'm not gonna say at my age I'm the toughest dude in the world, but when I was younger, I was knocking out cops, and I went to prison. Um, a lot of these guys I see now, especially the with the long hair, that's something new, man. That's something new. Like people who have absolutely no life experience don't understand what the fuck they're talking about, and they're experts. And the only reason they're experts is because they associate with people in my group. That's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah, either by
That's
attacking or being
honestly
in the
what it
same
comes
spot
down
at the
to.
same time.
Yeah, that's all right because that only, there's not one person who attacked Andrew Tate to fame. There's not one person, even though I was attacking him all the time. But with me, it was personal. He cost me tons of cash. He fucking lied. People are going after me just for fucking clout. That's not gonna work out too well.
Yeah, and
So
you got to question someone's IQ level that lets people that they know for a fact is saying bullshit continue to speak. Or if you can't differentiate that this person's completely full of shit, you let them continually talk. Let them keep coming to your spaces. Oh, let's set this guy up for freedom of speech. Let's set this, like no, I don't understand that. That boggles my mind. But I guess people are doing it on purpose. To
no,
get certain
it's
reactions out
definitely
of
it's definitely being done on purpose. I just assumed that certain people were millionaires. I didn't know that they were, desperate for a couple K here and there. And I know, and it would have been different. It is what it is. What can I tell you? All I can say is, watch how people move. That's it. I'm not gonna take any action. I'm not gonna hex anybody. I'm not gonna do any of that shit. You know, uh, I know how things end, man. It's definitely unfortunate that it goes to places like that, but I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I'm gonna be up there in a position of power by next day, within the next decade. No matter what's going on in the world, I'm gonna be one of the decision makers. That's already set in stone. Nothing's gonna stop that from happening. Not a damn thing. I've known that since 9/11. I've honestly known that, and I can assure you, no one could have done what I did. Absolutely no one. I made numerology mainstream, and I made it mainstream with men. That would have been laughable a few years ago. And now all these people are trying to get through the path I created. Well, there's going to be some bumps in the road. One thing I've done this year is I've always known a lot of people in positions of power, but they were usually in the Midwest. now that's happening in Florida, and it's happening in Silicon Valley. I guarantee you, this is not going to end the way people think. You know, and there was something called the I'm not even gonna go there. Anyways, Kat, Doc, let me ask you this, man. Whenever you speak about numerology and astrology, where is this actually? What is actual the source that made all of this pretty much mainstream?
Yeah, I mean, it's no. I don't think it's any riddle. It's you. It's through you. I mean, there's no other real source.
Why is that difficult for people to understand? That even if they're making any money through numerology, it's because of what I did. This space wouldn't have even existed if it wasn't for me. That's factual information. Now, you might say, there's a couple women who knew something about this. Yeah, sure, but you can pick up any numerology book written in the past, I don't know, 30, 40 years. They're all written by broke people.
Yeah, a lot of these people don't have any real honor.
That's who you want to learn from. There's people out there who want to blame everything on everybody.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, the Freemasons have done this. Well, Dale's a Freemason. He hasn't done anything bad. I can say VK is a Freemason. I don't think he's a bad person. Everyone makes choice things in life, but I don't consider those. I know there's about 50 Masons in GG33. I haven't banned Masons because most of them, again, they're just joining a club to try to get to know more prominent people where they live. That's pretty much what Masonry is for 99% of people. Yeah, there's some people who used to be in positions of power with Freemasons and things of that nature, but let's be honest, folks, these people don't run shit anymore. Okay?
Yeah, there is no power.
They haven't for quite a while. Now, you can make a case they were running shit when Washington, D.C. was built, because it was built around nothing but Freemasonry. I remember I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time in 2004. And I went for the specific reason because I wanted to see the architecture. I wanted to see if this was Masonic. And you best believe it was. So when America was in its 1800s, when Washington, D.C. was being rebuilt, fucking Masons were the architecture. Masons had some power back then. That's not the case anymore. You got Skull and Bones, and you got a whole bunch of other people who are running shit now. People need to get off this, Masons are evil people. It's just a load of shit. Now, again, Albert Pike, you want to, okay, one person. Black man commits a crime. What are you going to say? All black men are evil? Well, white man commits a crime. What, are all white people evil? Oh, come on, get the fuck out of here with this shit.
A lot of it is just, fear-based ignorance. People fear what they don't understand. They're on the outside looking in. Or, it's this, it's that. I heard allegedly this. I watched a YouTube video. It said this, that, and this, and this. I have no proof, but I feel this.
One thing about me, I did my first radio interview around 2005. That was the first time I did a radio interview. I started studying in 2001. 4 years. I shut my mouth. 4 years. Practiced. Trial, error. 4 years, didn't say a word about this. And I'm talking about, this was my job. 6-10 hours a day. Numerology. Go to fucking cemeteries. Oh, this person died here. this person was born here. Why did he die? Figure it out. Challenge yourself. Look for patterns. I didn't say anything for 4 years. These clowns hear me for 2 months, and all of a sudden they know everything? The shit's ludicrous. The shit's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, and even to a lesser degree, I gave readings to a year and a half ago. All of a sudden, they're experts, opening up spaces,
Yep,
giving
yep,
their own opinions
yep.
about it. It's hilarious to see how it all transpires.
And now the people on the inside understand why I gatekeep. Because if I put this information out there, what we know at certain levels, and didn't have a non-disclosure, everyone would be using my formulas and saying they're geniuses. That's just the way it would have worked out. And everyone fucking knows it. Everyone. My death code is unmatched. It just hit with a couple other celebrities. It's unmatched. No one would have figured that out. Not a damn person. All the other stuff, no one would have figured it out. It's all right. I was smart enough to hold a lot back. And what I've noticed is, unless I guide people the right way, 99% of them ain't gonna figure anything out. I mean, these people are actually selling my psyop from 2020, telling people Ford's number of wealth. It's honestly clown world. It really is. It really is. Doc, tell us why you became a Mason. I apologize, Kat. The floor is yours. I got to make a phone call for 5 minutes. I'm always working.
All
So why
right,
did I?
DrMarvel,
Take
you
over,
got the
guys.
floor. You got it.
Why did I become a Freemason? You know, Grand Commander has been best friend of my dad my whole life. So he talked to me about it. I remember my dad was encouraging me to become a Freemason. I was like, nah, I don't know. I always listened to the people when I was younger back in the day. You know, they are evil. They are worshiping the devil. They drink baby blood, whatever. You know, all the bullshit and garbage you hear about that. So I decided to join in 2015. Now in Mexico, it's a little bit different than in the States. In Mexico, to get some degrees, you have to study a lot of years. In the States, it's way easier to get up to the 32nd degree or whatever. In Mexico, you got to do a lot of studies and whatever. So I learned. Look, I always say this in spaces, and I always post this for a reason. I learned a lot from Grand Commander and a lot from the Freemasons. But when I met Garry, I was like, okay, that shit actually makes sense. What I learned, it kind of amplified. And I don't say this just for saying, like, it amplifies, like, the knowledge with Garry. It's like if Garry would be this modem or of internet, just expanding info or something, that for me just clicked, for me just made sense. Now, people is like, oh, you worship I got a DM like on Telegram because my Telegram has been just like from the last space, it's just like exploding. Oh, you sold your soul to Garry. And I'm like, what the fuck? You sold your soul to the devil. You sold your soul to Garry. That's where you're getting famous. I'm like, I'm not even famous, dude. I got 2K, But people is like not understanding stuff, if you know what I mean. Or people don't see the hard work that sometimes you can put on something. I joined Freemasonry because I wanted to have another type of knowledge because I was not satisfied with what I knew. Do I like it? Yes. Do I think Freemasonry is like what Garry said? Do I think Freemasonry is what it used to be years ago? No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't have the power that it had before. I see it more in a philosophical way, in a symbolic way, and that's pretty much it. That's what I joined Freemasonry. I like it. Um, but that's pretty much it. Like, and I get DMs the other day. Grand Commander was discussing with the dude because he was trying to teach him about Freemasonry based on Wikipedia, and then he came up with numerology based on Wikipedia, and I was like, you cannot teach Grand Commander something about his degree, same as you cannot teach WISECAT or Garry about numerology and astrology and all that. You cannot base your opinions on Wikipedia. And now there's a problem with internet. Like for example, Grand Commander posted something about Baal yesterday, just to see if people would know about it. They start to, came out with the Wikipedia here, Wikipedia there. Then somebody say that's how Garry got famous because he made a cult with he made a deal with Baal, and I'm like, what the fuck is these people talking about? And you Freemasons worship Baal and everything. I'm like, these people don't know what they talk about. So because of a lot of stupid people, Freemasonry got a lot of bad reputation. And like I said, a lot of people think Freemasonry is Albert Pike. It's not, but they worship Albert Pike like he's a god or something. He's a fucking degenerate piece of shit.
You still there? I don't know if you cut off, but it is what it is.
I
Thank
was
you.
I was talking and eating pizza, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all
I
good.
gotta swallow. But yeah, that's what I joined. I learned a lot, but you know, I that's pretty much it. People is like, why don't you want to have the fourth degree or I'm like, I'm in the third and I'm fine. I don't want more. I don't regret becoming a Freemason, but I'm just comfortable where I am right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're content. You're content where you're at. I
Exactly.
think Garry forgot to give me co-host before he left, so I can't see if people are requesting. So I want to say I ahead of time, I can't see if anyone's requesting. I have no idea. I'm not purposely keeping somebody out from speaking. I don't even know if Garry wants all the people up right now at this moment. I know he's taking a phone call. He said he'll be back in 5 minutes, which was like a minute and a half ago. So we'll see what happens.
You
But
know, one thing, WiseCat. Like I told you at the beginning of the space, people have their own 22 club, and they are copying psyops or misinfo that I've been giving at the 33 Club in calls. It's just hilarious. Like, for example, there is a teacher of the 33 Club here listening, and I have psyops. They're ready to know who is snitching info on me because, look, honor nowadays doesn't exist between men. The main reason why I follow you, Wiscat, and Gary is because you do have honor in your work and in your life. And nowadays, men have no honor, and they would snitch on a motherfucker for a bag of coins. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
they would.
it's usually money or a woman.
Oh yeah.
If people will cheat on their significant other, they'll cheat on anybody.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
easily.
That's what a billionaire told me. He's like, if I found out that someone cheated on their wife, I won't even do business with them. If they'll cheat on the most important people in their life, well, why wouldn't they, fuck with
Yeah,
you?
that guy's a smart man. Whoever that shadow guy was, I would like to shake his hand because that was very, very smart. Absolutely.
Huh. How many people we got in here,
We got
Cat?
193.
Wow, 193. That
That's a lot.
that's impressive. You know what we should do, Cat? We should have GG33 Spaces every week, like Friday at 8 o'clock.
That's a good. That's a good time slot.
That's a good time slot, and I'll be coming in and out, but we'll have a whole bunch of GG33 members dominate the whole day for about 4 or 5 hours. Have different people come up and speak, and no matter what kind of account I have, we're gonna have at least a couple of hundred people listening. I mean, what's the point of fucking doing this if you got fucking 50 people listening and,
Yeah.
and fucking half the people are the hosts? That's a little something different,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, I think we should maybe I'll consider that once a week. Do spaces at around 8. Do it for about 5 hours continuously, and see if we can get up to 1,000 followers. We'll have people scheduled to talk and stuff like that, and that way we'll have some actual credibility.
Yeah, some kind of structure. I think a lot of people will like that. And the thing is, I think the haters are very, very sad right now because they thought Garry was gone for good after those last 2 suspensions. They're like, "Oh, why is Garry back? He's doing spaces again. Oh no, he's back. What the hell? It didn't work. He's not the
I
president.
have
He thought he
a
was gonna be the president. He got suspended. He's done, and he's still doing spaces. What the fuck is going on?"
I there's something called Threads. If you have an Instagram page, you automatically have a Threads page, and it's like Twitter for Instagram. and I just looked at it like 3 weeks ago. Man, they really hooked me up. I'm already at like almost 28,000 followers there.
Yeah.
They really hooked me up. I mean, that's a big size account. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that account overtakes this one pretty soon by the amount of growth I'm having there.
Yeah, Threads. Threads had a slow start, but now it's starting to pick up now. So I think you can put all your success in there.
Yeah, I think eventually I'll make the move there much more permanent, and where I go, people will go, because who wants to? Do you know how many people just open their Twitter just because of GG33?
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I think since we fell back from space a little bit, it opened up some lanes for lesser people who spread misinformation. Because the lanes opened up a little bit, and that's on
all
me.
Right. I'm gonna make you a co-host, so you can actually start inviting people, and unlike let's try that freedom of speech thing and see how that works.
Yeah, those same rules don't apply to Garry, and I'm treading on that line.
Let's try that freedom of speech thing and see how that works.
Not for me, some red either, but we're towing on that line. All right, let's let him resonate the great. Long time no hear, no speak. We got Reese coming in. Let's see what we got here. Let's let these people. Well, we got quite a few requests here, actually. 11.
Everyone wants to be the main character, but there's a lot of supporting roles out there. Some people are like supporting characters, and they get upset. I have no idea why.
You gotta have a soul first.
The whole movie wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the main character. What are people getting upset for?
Yeah, or you have the co-star saying, "I'm not getting paid as much money as the main star. I'm not getting paid as much money as them."
I mean, it is what it is. I think I take care of people pretty well, considering there's 30 people who are getting paid and about 100 affiliates.
Absolutely.
I think I'm doing a decent job.
Better than zero
at this.
Yeah. Why do you think you're doing a good job? What makes you think you're doing a good job?
Here we go.
Who says that? Who says that? Who the fuck says that?
Who? Okay, if you're gonna be argumentative, that's fine.
I'm not being
whatever.
argumentative. I'm asking you a goddamn question. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, why are you being so aggressive, my man? I mean, you came in here all banned up.
Okay, missionary. Who said that though? Who says that? Like a fucking asshole.
Are you recently divorced? Home alone by yourself? No woman around you?
Nobody fucking says that shit.
Where's
like
your wife?
Goddamn
Where's your
asshole,
girlfriend?
all right.
Friday night, Saturday morning, by yourself.
Okay, who's actually talking?
A miserable man named Safe Moon. Safe Moon, Major Tom.
Safe Moon, is that the guy who came in here with drama?
DrMarvel said don't let him up, and we made the mistake.
This is why nobody.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll shut him down quick. Okay. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Why are you an expert at anything? Why should we even give you the fucking time of day? What have you accomplished in life? Are you rich? Are you famous? Are you rich? Are you famous? Do you have any accomplishments in life? What the fuck have you done in life to come in here all fucking amped up like this?
Exactly.
I think Safe Moon's on the spectrum. You're on the spectrum.
You didn't piss me off. You didn't. What you did is you fucking made yourself look like the fucking moron that you are. Nothing else.
No. I'm fine. But it seems like you're mad.
Are you drunk?
You're mad.
Are you drunk? Why are you slurring your words?
You're mad. I'm okay. You're mad, and that's the difference.
Only dogs get mad. Humans get angry, moron.
Yeah, look at a pause. You can't even think. This is not even
You're
fair.
the one barking up the wrong
he's drunk as hell.
So there's that.
Yeah, you're not very impressive, man. Well, there's nothing impressive about you.
I'm not trying to impress you at all.
I know you. I know you don't. I know you don't, man. You're just a sorry fucking piece of trash. Wow. I feel sorry for you. I really feel sorry for you, man. Do you have a woman?
How you talk to people like that?
Do you have a woman?
How you talk to people like that?
Do you have a woman?
Hell
no. You don't have a woman. Wow, why are you on a space right now and not trying to get a woman? Because obviously you're a fucking lame.
Woman.
You're a faggot. You're homosexual. You're homosexual. I gotcha.
50 years old.
I see. So you don't need a woman. You need a man. Is that what you're trying to say?
He's very special. Gotcha.
Oh man, this.
Okay, get rid of him. That's it.
I don't give a fuck. Get rid of me.
Enough of this stupid nonsense. Get rid of him.
Big Diddy energy right here, man. I don't need a woman. You look like you're 45, 50 years old.
The guy's drunk or on drugs. He clearly lives by himself and he enjoys the weekend to get drunk by himself because he's working a 9 to 5 to fucking pay rent, and he might have enough money left over for a 6-pack, and he gets drunk and he listens to Spaces and he wants to talk shit. This is a nobody. This is a person who's headed nowhere in life. Yeah. You know, this is a individual who will not better themselves in any way. Zero. I have a housewife. My wife don't have to work. Do you understand? My wife don't have to work. If you as a man can't provide an environment so your wife doesn't work, you shouldn't be on Spaces talking shit. You should be out there on a second job.
Facts.
It's facts.
That's what a man does. Fortunately for me, I figured out how to make money with my mind. And that's what a 33-7 should do who's born in the snake year. Not everyone's me. I can put only so many people on. What do you think? I'm going to put 5,000 people on? I put on the best of the best I can. Isn't that right, Maurice?
Hey, gang. What's good, Gary?
That's good, man. What's good?
I was laughing. Who the fuck? Who would rather spend their Saturday night talking to your ass, man? Like, he'd rather cuss you out instead of, like, getting pussy, getting money, watching TV. There's a bunch of things he could have done, man. But, Gary, I'm
yes,
you know what today is, right?
Your birthday?
Yeah, it's one of the most important days of your life.
I mean, you're talking to me like I'm your father and shit. I thought we were gonna keep that under wraps, you know?
Nah, you tripping. Nah,
Happy birthday.
Thank you, G.
Happy birthday, kitty.
Thank you, G.
Happy solo return, Reese.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, WISECAT. Thank you, everybody else. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You got any hoes on the team yet?
I have a girl and another girl.
You have a girl.
and another girl.
Okay. You got three. You got 3 on the team, huh?
No, 3.
Okay. Is your main line loyal to you?
Oh, I actually need to talk to you about that. It's getting scary, but yeah, she's loyal. She's loyal, definitely loyal. To a fault, but yeah.
Reese, are you gonna narrow down to 1 and keep it at 1 and just go from there?
I'm 24.
Oh my! I don't want to hear. Well,
I'm 25.
The degenerate behavior. We know. Come on, man.
Degenerate. You know, I'm keeping good women off the streets. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping.
Really? Okay, whatever you say. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever helps you find your boat.
You know, because if they're not fucking me, they're gonna go out and fuck 5 other people. So I'm keeping the sex down.
Only a Sultan is gonna keep that many women down, bro.
I'm keeping the hoes down because if they're not messing with me, they're gonna fuck 10 other dudes. So instead of fucking 10 other dudes, they're just messing with one guy, messing with me. So I'm keeping the degeneracy down. I'm doing a favor.
That's what you think.
Yeah, but little do you know, right now you don't know where she is. It's Friday night, Saturday morning. You don't know where she is, where she's at.
Hey, you're on the phone, and your 3 girls are out.
She's in that what Yeezy say in that bathroom stall. You better be careful.
Hey, all right. Chill on me.
Those texts are not coming back as quick. And that Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night.
Hell no, I don't worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Boyfriend number 2. Oh.
Hey, all's fair in love and war. I don't mind that anymore. The game is the game. Game is the game.
Whoa!
Oh, goodness.
Did you say you don't mind being a cuck? Is that what you just said?
Stuff here.
No, hold on. No, that's
not what you just said.
I thought WISECAT said, never mind.
Because
Never mind. Y'all just gonna twist it, whatever I say.
I was about to say someone's getting demoted.
Hell no. Hell no. Y'all crazy, bro.
No. Don't embarrass me like that, man. We can't have any cucks
Y'all
around, man.
crazy. Hey, G, one thing I wanted to say. When you was talking about. I remember you always used to say this. You always used to talk about how it's the age of Aquarius and we got like rising water levels and there's a fucking flood in Dubai. Like there's a fucking flood in Dubai right now. Like the buildings,
Of
you
course.
can't even see that shit, but whatever. And then weather manipulation used to be like a conspiracy theory for the longest time. Like you would get called crazy if you ever brought up anything relating to weather manipulation. And then Dubai is just openly saying, "Yeah, we do that. Yeah, we fucked up with the weather manipulation. We did it too much." And it's just crazy how number one conspiracy theorists and how number two astrologers and numerologists could just keep being right. But like, and then now they got to introduce all this new shit. I be seeing your haters come up with just random shit like, oh, you're drunk. Anyone who's ever met you in real life know the shit is fake too. That's what's crazy. Like, oh, you're drunk. Oh, you beat up this person. You beat up your family. I'm like, what? What? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you're a
just
drug addict. I'm like,
I mean, fastest payout sexual whose wife left him and took the kids is spreading rumors that I'm gay. I fucking literally hate. I would commit flat out. I'm telling you that right now. That's what I would do. You know, I'm not encouraging anyone else to do anything. I'm just telling you what I would do. You know, because to be a fucking there's not much lower. I mean, people can say pedophile, but 40% of the time that's the same fucking thing. So you know, it's pretty much this. You know, it's garbage. And here's the thing: out there, Christians will say, "Yo, Jesus is king." They won't say a goddamn word about a fucking. They'll shut their mouth real quick about that. You know, but they'll go out there. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. But when it comes down to confronting, you know, what Christians are supposed to confront, they're out there. They won't say a word. You know, a lot of these Christians, these ain't the Crusaders anymore. This is some soft batch fucking Charmin
hey,
shit.
we're all God's children
You
at the
know,
end of the day, Gary. We're all God's children.
I want people to understand something. To be the man, you can't just talk about yourself. You need other people to literally talk about you, put your name out there. It was about 2 days ago. Sneeko and Zerka were talking to each other for 30 minutes straight on a stream, and my name just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. This is what people don't understand. You can't buy that type of publicity. You gotta go in there and fucking put in work. I fucking came in here, didn't know any fucking one in this city. Now I know every single influencer. The only one who doesn't really like me is Patrick Bet David. That's the only one who does not like me. And it's okay. We'll be hiring in Pat soon. We got some other issues. We got some other people to. You know, there is a clip that Pat did, and he said something about ambitious, lazy people. He was trying to take a shot at me. I only found that out a couple months ago. He started saying, "Oh, so dangerous," and that's why he's kept me off his show 17 times. It's all right, Pat. We'll howard you once we're done with Biggie and a few other people. Well, we don't forget around
Now
here,
he says,
brother. I promise
so
you.
what's your birthday? Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
You notice how he does that
Hey,
now?
what's your birthday?
What's your birthday? What's your birthday?
Interesting.
He starts podcast.
It's
What's
always
your birthday?
interesting.
What's your interesting how that works? He keeps me off. It's 17 times. This is no joke. He kept me off 17 times. 17 times talent agents for that, valuetainment scouts had me on WhatsApp. Yo, where you're on with Susnick, you're doing this, you're doing that. 17 times canceled. You know, that's Pat. And it's okay, brother. It's okay. It's your show. You have a right to do what you do. And I have a right to retaliate. And I will. But we're not doing that. We got bigger fish to fry right now. All I can tell you is if people think my hexes aren't effective, what happened to Elon Musk? Tesla is literally the worst Fortune 500 company in the stock market. no one has fallen as hard as Tesla. Musk is taking L's left and right. He got outplayed in China. He's to the point where there's so much inventory, and the used car prices for the Cybertruck and all his other models have just collapsed. He just cut 10% of his workforce. He had his $56 billion buyout package revoked by a Delaware judge. He's not getting it back. His stock value has went down over $100 billion. And this is just in a couple of months, 3 months. Coincides with me basically doing what I had to do. How else are you supposed to retaliate against billionaires? Now, if people think I'm going to hex every little person who pisses me off, no, that takes a lot of energy to do shit like that, man. You really got to piss me off to do some shit like that. Other people, I look at and, I laugh or just shake my head and kind of feel sorry for them. And that, they were in a good position and they decided to step over dollars to pick up dimes. The shit's funny. This shit's funny, man. It really is. There was a baseball player a couple years ago that kept screwing me over. Literally cost me like over $1 million that year. It just so happened that his wife called me up for a reading and they were going through a divorce. I racked this dude up so bad. I told her when to go to court. I told her do this. Bro, this dude fucking lost 60% of his bag. Literally a lot of fucking money. And that's not the first time I've done stuff like that. Shit falls in my lap. It's interesting how things actually work out in life. I'll give you guys one astrology example. Saddam Hussein was an ox, and he went to war with Iran. The theocracy in Iran was founded in 1979, the year of the goat. The goat and ox are enemies. Obviously, Saddam attacked a goat nation. We have Russia, goat, going to war with NATO, ox right now. So this is, and this is what I do. I actually show you examples in everyday life. Now, like 3 + 2 means this is water. And if you do this on Wednesdays, it basically means that you have an old soul because your last name has a 9. Get the fuck out of here. I actually give examples. I show people how this stuff works. So obviously, Saddam got taken out in 2003, a goat year. Iran got significantly more powerful because of that. But who's Iran's greatest enemy right now in the Middle East? Who replaced them? I'm not saying, their arch rival in the Middle East. It's Saudi Arabia. And who's the crown prince of Saudi Arabia? A ox. See, you eliminate one, another pops up. That just shows you how the law of balance works in the fucking Matrix. That's more knowledge than all of these other clowns have actually fucking given you. Talking about this is a pig day and tomorrow's a snake day. Are you out your fucking minds? Are you fucking you can't back that up with any evidence? Do you understand how hard I fucking worked to make sure everything I put out there was real? Other people don't care. They just want clout. If you want to put this in gym terms, they just want to take steroids when I put in years of work. That's what it comes down to. Anyways, watch me take Beacon to new heights this year. That men's group is really about to take off, man. I've worked behind the scenes big time to make that happen. Anyways, let's get some speakers up here. What do you guys want to talk about?
We got a few people already up here. We've been waiting. We're up to 223 listening right now and counting. The first speaker we're going to have is Scruffs. Scruffs, you've been up here for a minute. Go ahead, Scruffs.
Yo, what's poppin', y'all? We smoking on a whole lot of pack today, yo. It's nothing but energy. But my real question is 420. Who's rolling up though?
Man, when you work a 9 to 5, the weekend is a big deal. When every day is the weekend, it doesn't matter. I smoke every day. 420 don't make no difference to me. I'm not smoking any more, any less. Some people have to pay to get a whore on the weekend. I got a wife. I fuck anytime I want, so it's not that special of an event. You know what I mean?
Very true, very true. Look, we smoking on that Elon pack. We smoking on that Moon Trade pack, bull. We smoking on all that pack. And we got Beacon coming up to the top. We got the Trine Wars. You already know we smoking on that pig pack.
He said Shrine Wars.
Hey, relax,
Right,
relax,
war.
relax, relax, relax.
That's funny. Shrine Wars. What will they think of next?
That's a good one. The
Shrine
Shrine
Wars.
Wars. It's the cat, goat, pig trying against everyone. Oh, it's the snake, rooster, ox trying against everyone.
It is what it is. Anyways, appreciate you coming up. Who else we got here,
up
man?
next, we have 1933 Gold Standard. Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? I'm here again. I'm representing for Beacon. And yes, them trial wars is real. And we out here putting in work. The Ox Gang, Snake Gang, Rooster Gang, the Power Tron, that's the best Tron of them all. Everybody else, y'all baby food. Y'all not even on our radar right now, for real.
I will say this. When it comes down to the ox, snake, rooster trine, I'd probably say there's more people in a leadership position in that trine in world history than pretty much anyone else. I mean, the rats are favored by the Matrix, so you're going to have the George Washingtons and stuff like that. But the snakes and particularly the oxes tend to be in positions of power quite often.
Hey,
When it comes down to the goat, the pig, and the cat trine, I think it's safe to say that's the richest one.
By far.
Yeah, and it's not even close. And of course, we've been saying this for years. And then tomorrow on TikTok, there's going to be some new numerologists saying new information that just
Oh, of course.
revealed the cat goat pig trade is the richest. Look what I discovered. So if you look at Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk.
Yep. This shit's comical, bro. This shit's really comical, man. There's not an original thought out there that's correct, and all the so-called original information is blatant misinformation. Blatant misinformation. There's a reason other people can't build what I build, because you people make no sense. The crap you guys talk about and post and say, no person in any position of authority is ever going to listen to that crap. You don't know how to talk to these people. Quite frankly, never will.
Yeah, and then a lot of these people who are supposed to be the next ones up, it's like it's always an earthquake of Stutter Island. It's always and every 5 seconds. It's really sad. I listen to a lot of these new spaces. They're really, really bad. So not only do they not know what they're talking about, is that they don't have what it takes to even take it even further. If they even they don't know what they're talking about. So it's like, really?
Yeah, and I want people to understand this. I'm not going in anyone's space. If I go in there, I bring 200 people in the space. Why would I want to give anyone that clout?
Yeah, I listen from the outside.
If I had my own account, if I had my own account, it'd be 600-700 people. Why would I get? I have spaces where I look at people's numbers. After 2 weeks, they have like 400 or 500 people total who listen to their spaces. One of my spaces will go 15,000-20,000 within 3 days. I had one space about Obama that got over 100K. It is what it is. All right, let's bring someone who has a different opinion. Where the haters
Yeah,
at? I mean, I know they're not going to come in, from their burner accounts, but where you haters at, man?
I'm sure they're coming up soon. We got a few other speakers up here. We're gonna let finish, and then I think we had some new requests. So we'll see if somebody's brave enough to step up to the plate.
Where the haters
All right,
at,
we're
man?
gonna go with Meme Davenport. Go ahead, Meme Davenport.
I'm here. I'm here. Oh wow. Okay, so first of all, hello, thank you. Thank you for your knowledge. I want to know more. How do I learn more? How do I do the interview?
Oh,
I want to get on the interview. I want to do whatever it is. I'm just a 7-11 Capricorn, and I need
Mm.
it.
are you in the
Yes,
academy?
sir, I am. I had a reading and
Uh,
everything. Yeah, I'm down.
did you talk to Nobel
No,
yet?
I haven't. I don't know which direction to go. Thank you.
Um. Okay. King Nobel. That is the person who does the interviews for bronze and silver. I only do the gold ones.
Okay.
Um. Kat, can she contact you and you'll get her to Nobel?
Yeah, she can. Actually, I think. Wait, I did a reading with her. So
That is
yeah,
my boy. Yes.
yeah. So I did the reading for her a
Oh,
couple
okay.
weeks
Yeah,
ago.
just send her to Nobel so she can get that taken care of. But you do understand you have to pass the interview, and you do understand you have to basically sign a non-disclosure.
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're good. Again, I want this to be known. If people don't like my non-disclosure and you don't like my rules, then go somewhere else. And if you do go somewhere else and you badmouth me or use my hashtag to try to get some fame, then I'm going to come after you. If you go out there and, talk numerology and astrology, don't talk shit about me, don't use my hashtag for clout, I'm not going to say a word to you. I'm not going to say a word to you. Why can't people try to, build their own clout? Why does it always have to be off my
Yeah,
back?
how come they never relinquish their accounts? They always keep those accounts after leaving the quote unquote cult, but they keep the account from the cult they were a part of. It doesn't make sense.
No. Let's forget about that. See, it's one thing if someone opens an account and they never flock people from their old account to their new account. That's one thing. Go out there without any relevance to what I'm doing and build your own thing. But see, they're incapable of doing that. They have to leech off what I already built. Because they don't have what it takes to go from scratch and build it from scratch. They don't have the charisma. They don't have what it takes. All they can do is try to reach a little bit, maybe 0.1%, 0.5%, maybe 1% of another person's audience because they don't have it themselves. I mean, this is just factual. This is just 100% factual. I challenge anybody to go on Instagram, go on TikTok. Don't use my name. Don't use my hashtag. Don't use the any mechanisms within my group, the people in it, anything like that. And see what you can do. I'm willing to bet 100K not one person can pull it off. You won't have any. And if the only clout you can get is off somebody else, I mean, what does that say? I mean, we'll go back to Thor. She has, he has his own thing going. You have other people in my group. They got their own thing going. Some people just don't have what it takes. And then they want to insinuate, like, anyone can pull this off. Not how it works, man. People can talk all the shit they want about the Masons. They've kept that shit together for a long time. Even from the Knights Templars. I consider Knights Templars modern day Freemasons.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. October 13th, 1307. That's a big date in world history. That's when the kings and queens said it. You know what? Fuck the Knights Templars. But they didn't kill all of them. And the descendants of the Knights Templars became Masons who became Freemasons. And they were spreading those lodges all over. And, I think the last real bit of power they had was right around World War II. But after World War II, that shit's been steady on the decline. I actually know real history. You know, I can do a space and talk no numerology and astrology, and I'll make it very interesting. I can talk about history. I can talk about sport. I'll talk about anything. Politics, it doesn't matter. That's when you find out when people have substance or not. Some people just good at parroting. That's it. Who's next?
All right, we got DJ. Go ahead, and then we'll have 33-6. So
Hello.
DJ, 33-6, and then we'll go with Sahil. So go ahead, DJ.
Cat, thanks a lot.
How many people we got in here?
Right now, we got 221 listening right now altogether.
Wow. 221. At what time? 3 o'clock in the morning? Damn. Could you imagine what we'd pull at 8 o'clock?
Yeah. I mean, there's an appetite for this type of content.
And this is my third account. You know, the 100K gone, 40K gone. We're on the third wheel. You know, that shit ain't fucking running straight anymore. And we still fucking pulling numbers. Anyways, go ahead, brother.
Very happy to be here. I've been following you for a while. And I actually had to take a break recently because, you know, you read so much into it. And it's deep, all this stuff. It's not just numerology, but philosophy, the immortality of the soul. Excuse me. But I've been having kind of a dilemma here.
What's the dilemma?
A philosophical dilemma, which is I'm sorry, I'm usually a good talker too. 11 life path, but with numerology, and you read with Pythagoras, you read Buddhism, you got samsara, Gilgal. It's all the immortality of the soul. So if the soul is immortal and it has no beginning and it has no end, then how can I put this? Like I'm an 11. I know. I'm an 11, right? And I've had experiences. I've had, you know, things happen to me. I've had, you know, and I see how people are. Like this person's an 8, this person's a 9, and like how can that be me if my soul is immortal? Like, you know, all of these aspects of me in this world, in this reality, is just like a number. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you definitely need to explain yourself better to most people who are listening, but I understand what you're saying. If the soul is immortal, then what is all this numerology stuff, right?
Like the aspect of myself that can speak properly, even though it's not right now. Like that aspect of myself that's funny if I have 3 energy.
Okay, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, right.
So you're good at talking, but you're not good at talking right now.
Right.
So if you're in that position enough times, you're probably not going to have that problem, correct?
Yeah, I definitely.
So let's go back to your original question. If you're not going to have that issue if you do it a few times, that basically says, yes, maybe a soul is internal. That might be true, at least in this realm. But there's still young souls and old souls. Right. Young, like for instance, a baby has the same blood, has the same eyes as an older person, but that older person has more knowledge.
Right.
Who's to say who's, you know, so you got to watch the way, you know, you say things, even though I understand what you're saying. Hope that helps you answer your question a little bit.
No, it does. I want to go further though, because there's a story I read. And I know you talk about, you don't like Jesus a lot. And I
just think it's a whole bunch of make believe. Every story. Hey, Muhammad, Buddha. You know, there's always a Jesus.
Because we have Buddha and we have Jesus. Like it's very similar, that philosophy. And then if you talk about Jainism, which is like the old Hindu philosophy of, and it's very similar to Buddhism and Christianity. which is kind of just drop everything and don't be a part of this world. But I know how you operate and how your group operates. It go full on into this world, and that's how kind of your choice in this world. I get most people just kind of float on and just do whatever, but really there's like Buddha, like when he was about to be born, the prophecy with him, because people knew he was coming, and like his incarnation of this Buddha, they said this guy is either going to be a conqueror, a great king, or he's going to be a Buddha, a great ascetic, and he turned into that. So there's that sort of left hand, right hand type of deal, or not left hand path, right hand path, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can go full into this world and manifest into this world, or you can just drop this world. But Buddha's whole thing was that in the philosophy of Jainism, even before Buddha, or going back to however many incarnations of Buddha, or incarnations of Jesus, or incarnations of whatever ascetic or God or whatever, said drop this, just drop everything. Don't have a kid. Don't get married. Who cares about your possessions or your money, because it's all temporary. Even the numerology, even my 11 life path charisma, or my 3 energy humor, that's temporary. I'm going to die. This body is going to go away. And that's it. I'm no longer, my soul's going to go somewhere else, and I'm no longer going to have that, the family I had, the whatever. And that sort of ties into the dilemma I'm having, which is, if it's all temporary, then why use that charisma anyway? Because it's just temporary. And it reminds me of the story with Buddhism, not even Buddhism, kind of Hinduism, with Indra. Indra in the ants, it's called. Indra being Zeus, Jupiter. And the Indra in the ants story was about reincarnation and all that. And he was like, he got too greedy because he had a palace built for him somewhere. And it wasn't big enough for him, or whatever. And he ran into this figure, that is like mysterious boy figure, and they were walking along talking, and they talked about reincarnation, and Indra got humbled because the boy said that these ants you're walking over right now, they were Indras too. So it's like, how do I know I wasn't Indra in a past life? Like I've been up, my soul is immortal. So I could,